Hello everyone, my name is Khalior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way to better understand what is going on. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, September 2nd, 2023. It is currently 11:19 a.m. Eastern Time. It has been 493 days since the official release of Bloodhunt. Currently activated in-game is the Primus Pass, and the current patch is the community update. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you are live, feel free to ask questions in chat to things that are relevant that I'm going to be talking about. If you have any other questions, we can wait after the end of the recording while I'm still going to be on stream, and I can answer any question you want. And as a reminder and a disclosure, I am not a game dev. I'm not bound by an NDA, but I'll do the best to explain the news the best way that I can with some reasonable assumptions. And as a reminder, I do not work for Shark Mob. So, this week, I feel like we are coming up to an important moment for Bloodhunt. It is something I cannot necessarily report. I can't necessarily quantify it, but it's just the general feel, like feeling the pulse of the community, of the community managers, of what's happening. We seem to be building up to another kind of crucial moment that's going to be happening for Bloodhunt. Like it's something I can feel. Not exactly sure what exactly it's going to be. We know that we are going to have an important change that is going to be happening at some point this month, with the removal of the possibility to purchase in-game tokens with IRL currency, and that's going to be switched over to an in-game activity where we can get tokens so we can still purchase things on the store. We don't know when that's going to happen. We don't know what exactly that is going to be. And yes, Gregorian, everyone is back from vacation. So, or at least mostly everyone, and yeah, so that tends to you get the feeling that the summer vibe has ended and people are just, you know, getting down to start whatever, and that's the whatever that's a little, you know, disconcerting. That being said, in that respect, I have posted a PSA on my Discord, and I'm going on. Before I start with the news, I want to talk about this. Yeah, I posted this in my announcements. I'm gonna be like zooming in. I'm gonna be reading all of this, so you understand exactly where I'm going with this. So, a call to vamps. We're coming to a crucial time of the year for everyone who loves monsters, spooky things, and blood drinkers. The month of October and Halloween are coming close. As usual in the world of gaming, many people will be looking forward to play games in the same theme, and we must see this as the best time of the year to invite people to play Bloodhunt. This is a call to action. Please come up with ideas of events and promotional material that you can either suggest to others or do on your own, so we, as the Bloodhunt community, can make our own noise barrage to get people's attention on our beloved game. If you ever tried to organize events yourself, you know that this takes quite a bit of time and effort, which is why I am warning everyone right now. In that respect, I will be again changing some of my plans. I know I had some of my own plans that I've been telling you about, and again, those plans change. To make sure I dedicate my September to prepare events and October to enact them and promote Bloodhunt as much as possible. An objective I'd like to reach is to be able on October 1st, well, actually September 30th, because September 30th is going to be the Friday, to show a calendar of all of the activities that are going to be going on in Bloodhunt and make sure that the month of October is packed. The bare minimum I'd like to see is a major event happening every weekend, and at least 2 promotions slash events slash giveaways that are running every week. And at the end of October, I would like to be able to announce some FUNaments or tournaments that will be happening in November and in December, just to not completely leave, like, go, okay, October was all that we got, and the people that we managed to get in, you don't have anything else to look forward to in the future. You know, I want to be able to say, we got some things happening in November and in December. Everyone just, you know, there you go. There's some things to look forward in the future. So yes, if you have some ideas that you would like to see happen, please mention it in my Discord, or send me some DMs. I want to see if I can rally as many people in the community as possible, making as much noise as possible to make sure we keep players interested in this game and make sure the servers stay up for as long as possible. IRL can be crazy, and my own plan seems to change all the time. But this is a train the Bloodhunt community cannot afford to miss. Vamp out with your fangs out. So yeah, October I feel is going to be a very important month for the survival of Bloodhunt, for the ecology of Bloodhunt. Just because in general, like in the year, like October is the spooky month, right? So spooky month, spooky games, gamers wanting to try something out, and right now we still have a bunch of people that exist in the world that think that this game is dead. I mean, not that this game is dead. This game is dead, but I mean that the game is like the servers have been unplugged. This game is not playable. That this game is unplayable as it was at the first month or two of launch, and they haven't revisited the game since. And some people are getting tired of their own little BR games all over the place. We can get them interested in this game. Maybe we can get, and maybe like there's a chance that maybe when we're doing all of this, we manage to reach out to some people who know other people who know other people who know maybe a person that is going to look at this game and tell their thousands of viewers to look at this game again. You never know. I'm not giving up until, you know, until there's no opportunity. But October is the best opportunity for us to make as much noise as possible to tell people to come play Bloodhunt and discover the game and all this. So I'm using this moment right now in my news platform, I'm gonna get to this in a second, just to have everyone think like we're at the start of the September. If we need things to happen in October, we need, like, this is the, like, it's cutting it close, but we need to think about things right now, make a plan and make them happen for October. So if you've got any kind of ideas at all, please let me know. I know I'm going to be talking this weekend with someone that already has some plans for October, and I'm going to help them make them happen. I also have some ideas for October that I need to actually put into motion. I have some things that I'm working on right now for September that are kind of like test plans. They're test events to see what we can do for next month. So yeah, it's got a lot of planning that needs to be involved. So if anyone's got some ideas, if you want to organize, even if you don't want to organize, you just want to throw ideas at me, it's fine. I'm going to find some people, get them motivated, get them activated, and see what we can do with this. Okay. That was what I had to say about this. Now, the major thing that happened this past week was the August 28th update. But first, before talking about what was added, what happened with this update, we are going to be looking at the community votes, because that involves the things that were added to the game. So the first thing is, so we got in the voting results of the community vote, we got Yes, at 40%, we got Rodolphinum, Library, and Memorial Park. Memorial Park, which was the default option for all the TDM maps. So at 40%, people felt kind of, pretty split among all the different choices. So that means, that signals to me that maybe there were not necessarily some fan favorites in there. In terms of legendary weapons, the new dual shotguns were added as a default option in all the legendary weapons. At 63%, it is absolutely no surprise that this option was chosen, not necessarily because of the sniper rifle, but because of the absolute power of the gold toggler and assault rifle. This was kind of a no-brainer that this was the one that was going to be chosen. Yeah. And at 41% of the votes, with this surprise, the combo of the boots and Rourke's Ram, the new artifact that's been added to the game, which was the default option in all the options that were there in the artifacts. Yes, big surprise that the boots won with 41% of the votes. I don't know what's happening with the is it the population of the people that want to vote for the hand, or is it the boots population? Because we know there's a big, like, these are the big the big clans right now in terms of voting that are happening. But yeah, the boots gang got their votes together for 41%, and that's pretty incredible. Now, I'm going to be talking about this in a second, but first I need to mention the current option for the voting choices of the week. There we go. So, in terms of choices that we have this week for artifacts, very interesting what we got there. The Eye of Thorns and the book. We've got the boots and the ram, and the hand and the ram. Pretty up in the air as far as I can tell on what exactly is going to be chosen. Yeah, I'll be talking about the feedback in a second, but I think it's like nothing is set in stone. I can't necessarily guarantee you which one is going to be chosen, but we've got boots, we've got hand, but some people I think have, after tasting the power of the Nodist volume for 2 weeks, might be impressed. And how exactly would that work? These two together in the same week? Don't know. We're gonna see. In terms of TDM maps, fairly spread out as far as I can tell. There doesn't seem to be like any kind of really like fan favorite that's in there. Although I'm gonna point out Divine Disco is here. But also Rooftop Restaurant, which is one that we have not. We've only seen it for 1 week. 1 week, and that's it so far since it was implemented and added in the community vote. So if you don't know which one to vote for this current weekend, we have like 2 days left to vote. I would highly recommend voting for Rooftop Restaurant because we haven't seen this map a lot. It needs a little bit more exposure. But that's my vote. Okay. For legendary weapons, well, we have pretty good spread. Again, this is all randomly generated, by the way, all the choices that are there. I want to point out that it's probably gonna be like up in the air what everybody wants. I would probably say that maybe it's gonna be the deciding the deciding factor is going to be between like option 1 and option 2. Which one exactly would you prefer? Because some people know that gold auto shotgun, dual pistols, and silence SMG in their gold versions are pretty devastating. They're really, really good. But also on the other side, the assault rifle and burst rifle in gold version, pretty dang good. And again, if you're not sure exactly which one you want to use, or you've noticed that the gold assault rifle has been voted a lot these last few weeks, and you want to vote for something else, if I could have my own personal recommendation for you, we've never seen the Golden Revolver. Never seen the Golden Revolver. Always been there, never chosen, never lucky. Maybe lucky Golden Revo this week? I don't know. That's my plea to you. We haven't seen it in game. Maybe some people are going to discover a new favorite weapon. You never know. You never know unless you try it. Golden hunting? Oh yeah, the golden hunting rifle is really good. It's just that in terms of like what I know that the population likes and wants, I don't think that there's enough versatility maybe in the option 3 than the other two options do provide. But yeah, I have hopes for the Golden Revo. So, in terms of the new things that were added, so we've got the mystery item, the item that we were all wondering about. It was a Rourke's Ram. So as you can see here, it says gained melee attack speed, but take continuous damage. I had 4 questions about this, and now I can tell you after playing the game, I can tell you the information. So the question was, how does taking continuous damage, like what was said in the original tweet was like slowly sapping your health? Well, it is from the moment that you pick up the item. Every 2 seconds, you take 2 health points of damage. It's from the moment that you pick it up. You don't need to do any other action than to pick it up. That's one thing. I was asking, melee does do lifesteal. Like, does it negate the melee lifesteal? Does it do partially? No, the melee lifesteal has not been touched at any point for this. I was wondering if the sanguine buff can counter this effect. It turns out yes. If you have 2 sanguine buffs on you, which means that you regain 2 health points over time, the 2 health points that you're taking as damage and the 2 health points that you're regenerating means that you're going to stay stable at whatever health you have at that point in time when you've got like both of these effects together. Does the choleric buff factor into the damage or anything? No, the only thing, like bonus that Rourke's Ram does give to you is the melee attack speed is greatly reduced on any kind of melee that you're doing. Yes, that is the other point, Darth Blackbeard. When you're putting some armor on, it will chew through the health of the armor before it gets to your 200 health points. If we're using the example that you're completely topped off, at max points. But once your armor has been depleted, then you can stay at your 200 health points. So it might still be good if you have that and you know that you're gonna get into an encounter to put on some armor just before you start an encounter. So at least you're gonna have like some extra protection from the armor. After that, it's pretty much everyone's getting. But yeah, so you definitely should be getting a 3rd sanguine buff to not just counter the damage that you're taking from the artifact, but also be able to top off for yourself. And someone is also, because I forgot to test it out, someone has also said that the problem though is that with taking continuous damage is that the brute passive, which is when you are out of combat, after when you are outside of your combat, you start regaining a certain percentage of your health. Apparently that counters that passive. So Brute and Rourke's Ram, maybe not the best ultimate combo to have if you're trying to min-max all of this. Still doesn't mean that you can't, it just renders your passive like not super usable, but it still works. It basically makes you like your passive is unusable, but you can still work with it. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's like the worst thing to do as Brute knows. Like if you're thinking about using everything that the Brute has to give you, then yes, it's maybe not the most optimized thing to do. However, the speed, like the good thing that you're getting from it, okay? Because we're talking about like taking the damage and all of this. The speed of the weapons, on some weapons, you might not necessarily see a difference. Apparently, you see very much the difference when you're using the greatsword. I haven't had the chance to use that this week in combination with the ram, but yes, the very long swing time for the greatsword, you notice the difference because it's the swing time is so long. You notice that you do slash much quicker. And the other one that I've seen, because I've tried all sorts of weapons, all of the melee weapons with the ram, the one that definitely makes a difference is the dual daggers. Remember, they are, dual daggers. It's just stab, 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 right? Or slash that you do with them. Definitely, it's like when it used to say in the description for Rogue's Ram, say lightning fast melee. Definitely, you dice, you slice, you julienne. It is nuts. And if you also make sure that you've got some caloric buffs added onto this, people are gonna hate you. So, as someone that loves to melee, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Although, someone mentioned, maybe, however, like in terms of looking at the grand scale of all, like the list of all artifacts, I think I should probably do like one of those ranking templates or whatever, like of all the artifacts or where they stand. If you're looking just out on a theory level of all the artifacts, of their usefulness, of the, when you open a safe to get an artifact, are you going to be able to use that artifact like 100% of the time? Like that is going to be useful to you. Yes, in terms of ranking, probably the ram is at the bottom of usefulness of all of the artifacts, because if you're going to be, as I say, like using the maximum, like min-maxing as much as you can with the artifacts, probably the ram is, if you want to make the maximum use out of the ram, you need to be able to commit to a little bit of the loadout. Like I said, you need to have 2 sanguine buffs on you to counter the health drain, and you need to get ready to do melee. So you don't, if you are not thinking with your build to do a melee build on this match, then probably, yeah, you're gonna leave the ram to the side. Or if you're a person that thinks like, I need to have my shield on all of the time, the ram is absolutely not going to be the best one for you. So you have more benefits of using any other artifact than using this one, if you're that kind of person and you need to get in that kind of mentality. Or, of, I open a safe to get an artifact, I definitely, whichever one is going to be in there, there's going to be a net positive for me. Maybe for some people, the ram is not going to be the best one to take. However, for me, it's fun. I like it. Prowler Bats Ram Full Caloric. Yes, that is also that is also an insane combo. I did not try it, Blackbeard. But yeah, that could also be fun. Like I want to test out some more things to do with that. But yeah, it's up to everyone's play style. Like I said, this is just a bunch of theory crafting or high level playing. If you really want to like use like as much of the potential of your passives or your play style or everything, like in that respect, I totally understand on a theoretical level, or for some people on a practical level, this might not be the best artifact. Actually, for them, it might be actually the worst artifact to have in the game. But like I can see a case for, you know, different kind of play styles and mentalities of exactly what you want to do. Do you want to have fun? Do you want to win? Like, what is your objective in that kind of respect? So yes, now with all these questions answered about the RAM, now we know what it does fully, and now we're good to go. The other additions, the gold dual shotguns. So far, I don't think I've seen anyone with the gold dual shotguns to let us know how exactly they perform. So we don't know exactly if these if the dual shotguns how are they better? Like, usually they are exponentially. The gold versions are exponentially better than the blue or sometimes the purple versions. It's just that I don't think we've seen them. Like, there might have been maybe some bug. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone with those. As for the TDM map, Memorial Park, which is not displayed here, but the Memorial Park Team Deathmatch map. Personally, I think it is an awesome map for Team Deathmatch. I think it's probably the best deathmatch map that we can have. It doesn't. My worry about the map was that it was going to go, you know, whenever they set the zone for a map, that it might go too far on the surrounding buildings. So, you know, as usually when we play a game and you've got the park, your main worry normally is like all of these perched up people in the buildings surrounding the park that can just have some fun sniping people from the top. That is usually the main concern about the map. But they didn't include all of those buildings in there, which I'm very, very happy about. They end just at the streets just before the buildings start, so it forces everyone to be inside the park or on the surrounding street of the park. But yeah, I like it. You've got a lot of places to hide from cover, some places to climb. You've got some cat and mouse stuff that's happening in there. It's kind of a little bit of a labyrinth in there. Yeah, I so far really, really liked it. If you can manage to get yourself into Team Deathmatch queue, go ahead for like try it out while it's there this weekend. Get yourself some people together, queue together, because as you know, the TDM queues are a little bit hard to get into sometimes, especially if you don't make a coordinated effort to get in there. I know that personally. I do as much as I can. Like, whenever I know I'm gonna play some Bloodhunt, I'm gonna play like my own whichever queue I want to play, but also I'm gonna make an effort to queue into Team Deathmatch, because some of the matches that happen in there sometimes are really crazy. Yeah. One of the biggest issues I have with Rodolphinum, exactly. Yeah, that is one of the things. But then again, it's the same kind of thing with that one, with Skybar, with Abandoned Mall, with Harbor also, with Slaughterhouse, and which is the market. I forget what's the name of the market, but like they all have some places where people can just, like, if they're not being countered, they can just snipe all over the place. Oh yeah, disco to a certain extent, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's sniping happening. Like, even like I would say there's even Graveyard also has that issue. Library, like, there's gonna be sniping in like 80% of the maps. It's possible. You got to be quick to counter those people. Okay, so that being said, as far as the store update is involved, so far no one has reported any extra items this time. You know, as usually we get the automatic update to the store, and usually there's a couple of items here and there that were added that were not part of the announcement. This time, I haven't seen any people reporting anything about that. So, like I said at the pre-show, I might have missed a little bit of news. so this might not be super full accurate. I'm gonna be looking into this a little bit more because I had some issues with my Twitter this week. So again, I want to remind you in terms of the game updates, we are still missing of the numbers that they've promised that they were going to add of things in the future. We are still missing one team deathmatch map and one artifact. So we've got still those two things to look forward to in the future of, future updates. For the Twitch drops, we were wondering what was going to be happening because everything was expiring. So in terms of Twitch drops, we have a series for the month of September. Remember, the persistent drops have been removed. They were just a thing for the time of summer. And now it's been, they have been integrated in with the drops of September. So now what they said is for each week, we will have at least one new and one returning item. In this case of September, it's just, this is the two. The two, we have two per week. So what we have, we've got like the Scribbled away Eyewear and the Winter's End F-Brujah female only outfit. The Scribbled away Eyewear is the returning one. For the week of September 8th, we've got the Sicario tattoo that is returning, and we've got the brand new, well, it's recolored, but the male Nosferatu only lurker outfit. The following week, we've got the Duskborn makeup making a return, and the Anti-Zen Nosferatu male only outfit. Following week, we've got the Rose Tears returning and the new Exile outfit for a female Brujah only. And for the last week of the month of September and of this run, we've got the To The Point makeup coming back. And we have the male Brujah punk outfit that's going to be added. Looks very cool to me. So this is the list that we've got for September. So yeah, 2 items per week, 1 returning, 1 new. Yeah, if you're going to be talking about the discrepancy, why do we have so many, like we've got 2 male Nosferatu outfits and all of that stuff. It's really, you have to be conscious that they are right now. They're digging into the items and things that they were previously put together long in the past, many months before when we still had developers working on the game. So they are taking whatever they can. They have it's up to the community managers to decide of all the unreleased items that they have in their vault, which ones that they're picking and choosing and distributing over time. You have to think of it like in the grand scheme of things, or looking a little bit more into the future. So there might be in the planning some very good reasons why we have these things at that time. We can't really know unless we ask them. So so this is the series that you can find on the official Twitch website. So for this week, like I just said, for this week it is these two items, 1 returning, 1 new. There are some changes that have been made. However, in terms of the distribution, you might notice that for this time it is 90 minutes of view time instead of the usual 60 minutes that we're normally used to, that we're usually accustomed to in many months before. So 90 minutes as a streamer, I very much appreciate. Also, it is, like I said last week, it is from the top 100 channels of Bloodhunt. Now, just want to remind everyone The top 100 channels are decided on the last Thursday of the month, and the list of the top 100 channels is for the month now. It is not from week to week as it was previously done. When they're restricting the exclusivity to a certain amount of channels, it is entirely from the list is made of entirely based on the amount of hours streamed of Bloodhunt in the last 30 days, and also excludes any kind of people that are not necessarily in good standing with Bloodhunt or Shockmob, in terms of people that have been, I don't know, cheating or been banned or any kind of stuff. Also, the long-standing policy that's been mentioned many months before of anyone that does not necessarily play or promote the game in an active manner. So any kind of restreaming or presenting or how you say, broadcasting another person's streams for many hours to keep their stream going, or to do AFK streaming. That's a policy that's been mentioned inside the inner circle by the devs many months ago, when there's been there used to be a lot of people that were trying to do AFK streaming or sleep streams, anything of that inside the category. That is not any kind of healthy promoting of the game, even though some people might stay in the category and bring some viewers or inflated views for the category. That is not the kind of behavior that the community managers want to reward for helping out the community. So these people are excluded from those lists. If ever you want to be a part of the list for October, you just need to get the streaming. There is a way to determine how many hours you've been streaming this game for the month, and yeah, it's all explained in the Inner Circle channel. If ever you need some help with this, you can always send me a DM. I'll explain to you how you can determine all of this. I got no problems with that. Anyways, so yes, that's what we got. For events in terms of the last few Kindred challenges that I still have, the riding shotguns challenge that we had last week, I'm still waiting for the winners to get in contact with me to get their prizes. So guys, if ever you are watching this, I've sent you some DMs and you've never responded to them. So at some point, probably this week, if some of the people have not replied to me, I'm just going to keep the codes and do whatever I want with them. But the other one, the last Kindred challenge, at least of this run, that I has finished this morning. There you go. It is the Fighting Dirty, the one that you had to do. You had to play some team deathmatch. Yes, the the event has ended for this week, and shortly later today, I will be contacting the single winner. There's only one person that submitted. Unfortunately, I thought that this was going to be a very fun challenge, but no one wanted to do it apparently. So, yeah, it's maybe it's a good thing that I'm done with the Kindred challenges in that form, and I'll be able to spend some more efforts on things that are a little bit more rewarding and more focused on giving codes out to the community in a more easier way. Have I announced this? Yes, right. There's, if you don't know about this, yes, I have the link here. I've talked a little bit here about my plans on what I'm going to be doing with all of that in the future, because right now I am sitting on a small pile of codes of customizations for the community. Like I said, also, maybe if you've been following me, there's been little bird that's been, telling me, it's a rumor that maybe the Techno Demon masks and the fuchsia finish makeups are not necessarily a big pull anymore inside the community. There's, people that are very motivated to get those don't necessarily feel like running after the Techno Demon masks as much. So there might be also a shift in the wind in that sort of direction. So maybe I'm gonna hold on to some of those codes for maybe special events in the future for people that still want those masks or those makeups and don't have the opportunity to get them. I don't know. We're gonna see. Vapor Trail? I thought that no one wanted the Vapor Trails anymore. Really? I thought that Vapor Trail was done. No one wanted it. Okay. Interesting. I'll see about that. So yes, I'll be, like I said, gonna be switching the Kindred Challenge to something else. Gonna be focusing my efforts and my time on other things that are a little bit more rewarding, and that will give people things that they actually want. Speaking of things like that, well, last weekend we had a tournament. We had the tournament, the competitive Bloodhunt Trios tournament. As far as I can tell, this went really well. The event went really well. Absolutely, no problems, except the moment that we had a little bit of miscommunication between the teams in terms of queuing with each other. So we had this little thing that's not that much of an issue. It's just coordination. But for the rest of the time, this was a really fun event. I think this was really well put together. And also Rams did an amazing job at casting. It was really fun to see. And yeah, this is the feedback form that you can fill in, even if you were just a spectator. Fill in that form, please, if you've been a part of all of this. Because the quicker the feedback is given to the SBS group, the quicker they can start planning another event. There has already been some people in the community that have been asking, okay, so when's the next one? Okay, but there's only been a few people that have been asking for a next one. So if you're interested in having this competitive event happening again, yeah, please speak out, fill out the form if you want to be a viewer again, if you want to maybe have a chance at those exclusive rewards yourself. Yeah, fill out the form, let people know that you want that to happen again. Otherwise, if the feedback just kind of trickles into nothing, they might not feel as motivated to do another event again. And I want to remind you that competitive events are only going to be they're going to be the only place where the exclusive rewards of the special skinned masks and possibly banners, this is going to, competitive events are going to be the only place where you're going to be able to get them. So if no one is setting up competitive events, the devs are just going to go, well, guess we're keeping those codes to ourselves because there's no competitive events that are being put together by the community. Because the community apparently, has no interest because they're not getting any feedback. That's the kind of thing, that's the kind of situation that's happening. So please give the feedback, everyone. At the same time, if you want to organize an event like this, these organizers, in this case is the Sanguine Bloodhunt Society, they don't have a monopoly on putting together events. You can make one on your own if ever you feel like it. there is a process to go through this. Contact me, contact FAR. If ever you want to have those things set up, we can help you. We can point you in the right direction. And also, like I said, there's a better way than to spam the community managers in their DMs to set up an event. We can already let you know in advance what you gotta prepare to get some things happening. I know that there's a couple people that even contacted us to get some events happening, but ever since we had the discussion with them, they never got back to us. I really don't want more events to just disappear after we just go. You just need to take those things that we told you, just put them to paper and then go. We got some things happening. Yes, SBS can help you as well, but Blackbeard, we're gonna be talking a little bit later. Okay, we need to talk. So yes, speaking of making your own event, if you didn't know, that's exactly how FAR managed to make FUNaments and have events. It's just she decided to do things, and now people know her as, an organizer of events. She just decided to step up with the community because she felt like there wasn't many people doing things, so she did it. You can do that yourself. Speaking of which, this was announced today. FUNament, Bloodhunt community event, FUNament number 4 is announced. It is set for September 23rd. You can sign up already. There is also the FAQ that is there. It has been posted on the community events channel in the Bloodhunt Discord. If you're not part of the Bloodhunt Discord, what are you doing? This is where all of the events are being posted. Again, let me just link it here if you're not already in here. This is how you get to know, apart from me watching my news stream, the only other way that you're gonna know exactly all of the things that are happening in the community, everything gets posted in the community events channel on the Bloodhunt Discord. So yeah, this time it is going to be a solo FUNament. And there's also this is the post on the Bloodhunt channel. It tells you a little bit more. It also shows you on the Bloodhunt Discord the start, you see they're highlighted, those dates and times. It's because they are displayed in your own time zone. So for me, it is going to be September 23rd at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, you have up until the right as the FUNament is going on, you can still sign up even at the last moment. It is going to be a solo FUNament, because that's been dictated by the last FUNament when FAR asked for feedback of what exactly should be the next event. By a very huge margin, people wanted more solo events to be happening, so there you go. That's the one that's there. You've got the full announcement with the full the general rules and details. The FAQ has everything there, the FAQ. Yes, of course, it's going to be as the same format as last time. It's going to be lasting 2 hours. You've got the different time zones, and you can click on that if you want to know exactly what time zone. And yeah, you can sign up in advance. I highly recommend that people sign up in advance to so we can get a better idea of who's going to be participating. If you're going to be streaming, we'd like to know, we'd like to have your stream so it can be featured, because this is of course going to be like the other ones. It's going to be casted on the official Bloodhunt channel on Twitch. And if ever you are someone that streams, well, your stream might get featured, might get highlighted. You might get some people watching your stream. So that's the kind of thing that we'd like to know in advance. As usual, it is a FUNament, so this is for everyone. Everyone can sign up for this event. Everyone can join in. It is not necessarily about performance. It's the same thing as last time. There are three, as usual, like last time, there are three different categories. We've got, sorry, it's here. We've got the kill race. So this is for the people that really want to perform or be the best of the best. That's going to be the thing that's going to be followed on the stream. But the other like major things is closest to average. So the more people are joining up and performing, it's just basically during these 2 hours, you're just playing Bloodhunt. Playing Bloodhunt in solo, and you do the best that you can. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. It's just to get people to play at the same time. And then there's the average that gets tabulated, and you might get some prizes. And also after that, there is a random participant that is being chosen. Now, remember what I said a moment ago, that maybe the Techno Demon and Fuchsia Finish masks might not be around for long very much. Well, look at that. All the prizes are not being announced right now. Hint, 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 hint. Yes. So that is going to be the thing that is going to be happening. Oh, yes. And one minor thing. I don't know if you've seen this on the screen. Hold on. I can't even see my screen. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I'm going to be the caster. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is, okay. We're gonna see how that goes. For my part. Okay, so yes, sign up already. Mark this in your calendar. Even if you don't feel like participating, at least please schedule some time to watch the event. This is meant to be an event where we're all gathering the Bloodhunt community. Set this already in your calendar to join up. And yeah, if you're like, as I said, this is really the time where you just like, you play and you might win some things. That's it. You just play. No stress, no pressure. You just need to play. Except if you're one of the players that are going for the kill race, then yeah, for those 2 hours, you're just gonna put the extra effort. You know, that's it. That's it. Everyone can sign up. Everyone in this chat should be signing up. Should be playing during that time. And also should be watching at the same time. I don't know. I don't know how else to promote it to you. Okay, if we are moving on from these things, next thing that you should know is the famed community quest, Aerosol Prophecy. It is ending this Sunday. Emeritan's had enough. He said, it's been a couple of weeks since I've had any submissions on this, and a few folks are waiting on the bonus stuff, so I'm gonna wrap it up this week. So for anyone who is dragging their feet, you have until the end of Sunday. 9 codes left until then, so if you want to be one of the lucky people who manages to get this rare icon and banner, like he said, there's 9 codes left. They're up for grabs. You don't need to know anything about the lore. You just need to read the prompts, figure out the clues, and then roam into Bloodhunt and try to figure out exactly what's the street art that Meriden wants you to take screenshots of. There's 6 in total. 6 questions, like 6 clues. You need to find them. Some are really easy. Some are just, you're gonna need to roam around or look at all the walls in a certain specific area, match after match, until you figure it out. But yeah, there's a little bit more details that Meriden posted on the Discord. So he said, submissions for the bonus rewards will remain open until next Friday, at which point I'll tally up scores for submissions on that and announce a winner. So if you don't know, the main quest is you find the six screenshots and you submit them, and if you get like a perfect score, you receive the code. There is also an extra bonus step that is available that's in the instructions. It's this bonus step is for the people that know about the lore of Bloodhunt, that know about the lore of Vampire the Masquerade at large. In the quest text, in all the quests that he's written for this, he's inserted several little references to things that are about Bloodhunt, that are about Vampire the Masquerade. And if you manage to catch as many of those references as possible, you put those on a document, you send those to Meriden. The person who will get the most, who managed to catch the most references in there, will get a prize of a Techno Demon mask and a Vapor Trail outfit. So, yes, that is why he's like putting an end to it. Is that there's people that have been submitting some things for the bonus event, and they're just like, okay, so when can I get my things? When can I get my rewards? Is there an end? Like, where does an end? Can I have my chance? So this is like Meriden going like, okay, I'm not getting any submissions. I'm just gonna let you know. We're gonna close it. We're gonna stop it here. We're gonna pick some winners. So, yeah, last chance this weekend, today, tomorrow. That's all you got. Like I said, it's not super complicated. You just need to have reading comprehension and a pair of eyes and a copy of Bloodhunt, and you can try to get it. So, other things inside the community. The fan art contest has ended this week, so we are going to be waiting for the judges to let us know who, well, I mean, I guess we're going to share the artwork. We're going to see the artwork that has been submitted and who's going to be winning the Techno Demon mask or the Fuchsia Finish codes, who are going to be the 3 winners. We're expected to get some answers for this. Again, we still have the community event by Chewy Vuitton of play together, win together. Now, considering what I've been telling you about Techno Demon codes, some of you might still be interested in this. This ends on September 15th, so you got 2 weeks left to submit. You getting one of your friends to play with you, Bloodhunt, new friend playing the Bloodhunt and leveling 2 characters, 2 archetypes to level 25. And then you have a chance. There's going to be 3 pairs of people who are all going to get a Techno Demon mask each. We still have we're still in this challenge. Have one more character to level up. There you go. Have you signed up? There's a link to sign. There's a link here. There's a form to sign up where you can see all of the rules. It's all a part of this. Everyone take a moment to read this. And also, there's people that might not have signed up. Maybe you know some person that you met, some of your friends that you managed to get in there. You want to get yourself a Techno Demon mask, or you know some other people that have been, playing and leveling, and they, like, hey, hold on a second, you might have a chance to win one of those things. Send the link to them. And yeah, got to make sure that some people know about this. Okay, so out of the community stuff and into the continuance of letting us know a little bit more about the lore of the game, we got another little video here by Martin. There was one video about Quilla, about who that person is. We got that a little bit more in the past, but now this one is very interesting if you're interested in lore. Basically, it's talking about what Quilla has been up to, and like while all of this like chaos is happening in Prague, but also the most important thing that would have been very interesting to learn about and see how that would have gone, how that would have happened, is how Quilla will have managed to get inside the Elysium, the reason why, and also the reasons of that individual for bringing her over into this conflict. Oh my god, this would have been spicy, power plays, the potential of this would have been, oh, I would have loved that. I would have loved that because the a part of an Elysium in the Camarilla is all the little spicy power plays and underhanded maneuvers and the cloak and dagger stuff, Game of Thrones stuff that is happening while everyone is still trying to maintain and keep their own power inside the power structure of the Camarilla. It would have been so good, Maron. I would have loved to have seen this. Some other related stuff currently, PAX West is happening, and there's been a lot of little tidbits of updates and news coming from VTM, from the World of Darkness at large. Yes, I know that if you are a person that's been following the stories or the campaigns that have been broadcasted, Seattle by Night is making a comeback. They've been sharing some ideas and thoughts about some stuff that they've been working on. So far, I haven't seen any news about Bloodlines 2 at this moment. It may wait for a little bit longer. It's September because remember they promised some Bloodlines 2 news during September. So I was thinking maybe it was going to be at that convention. Probably not, because they would have been very upfront about it if there was some Bloodlines 2 news coming out. But it's still worth to keep an eye out. Now, the main thing that I think is interesting is, I've been talking about the VR game Justice for Vampire the Masquerade that is supposed to be released by the end of the year. We now have... Oh, sorry about that. We now have a release date. It is coming November 2nd. And the website is... The official website of Justice is being updated. Let me just put the link here. Is being updated right now. We've got something that wasn't there yesterday, but there is a page where we've got some reviewers that have been putting out videos on their thoughts of having hands-on experience playing the game. Now, I believe that some of them are videos that have been made while they were at Gamescom, and the content creators or influencers were there last week and they had the time to make videos, and that's what we got the compilation right now. We have I know that there's been already some articles that have been published about that, and if you have the chance to be at PAX West, officially the people who can be there, you now have an opportunity to play the demo. When it was at Gamescom, it was a restricted demo that was being shown there to influencers and people inside the gaming sphere of influence and all of that. Now apparently at PAX West is you do the line, you can do the little demo experience that you have there. So yes, so there's already some info coming out about this, and I am looking forward to buying my own VR set to play this and maybe show that to you here. What can we expect now? Well, I want just to take just one quick second to say that, because of the way, remember earlier when I said that there were some issues about the TDM queues and all of this, just as an informal way, if you've been seeing my Twitter, following my Discord, I just want to do a little informal thing of hey, it's not an official thing. It's not a thing that I'm going to be super following or doing a, I'm not going to be making an event out of this. It's just I want to build things in the community that are going to be known. I want to make TDM Fridays. That's going to be it. You want to play Bloodhunt during Friday? Hey, in the evening, after you're done with work or whatever, you fire up the Bloodhunt, queue up in TDM. That's going to be the day of the week. I decided it. I just decided to do it. I'm gonna be doing that. And you can do like other things inside the community. Like you know, you can be doing like, I don't know, trio Thursdays or dual Tuesdays. I don't know, something like that. If ever you feel like it. I want, like, it's those kinds of things that I was hoping that the community was kind of like at some point going to be doing, but it's an old idea and I completely forgot about it. It was a long time ago and I just decided, wait, I was supposed to do this. So now I want to make it kind of official, but at the same time not official. I'm gonna see if I can be streaming every Friday and just like load up the TDM like everyone Q snipe me. I just did an experiment about this yesterday on stream, and already there were some people that are in this stream currently that were there to try to Q snipe me, and we're trying to do the fist only challenge at the same time. You know, we got some Qs happening. It was fun. Maybe we can do this again. Maybe I can do this. I can make this a thing every Friday. That's gonna be it. Really, that's up to you if ever you feel like doing something like that. But in the meantime, in terms of news, that is about what I have for you today. So we've got the quest event finishing this weekend. We've got the recruitment effort. Like, yeah, if you don't have any friends, I think there's a few streamers that that have been starting to play the game very recently with their friends. I might find some of them to get them, like, to send them the link, like, hey, you might get a Techno Demon. That's still going on. Give feedback on the competitive event. Please, like, and that's for me, please come up with some ideas of things that we can do in October with Bloodhunt that we can get, you know, we can maybe get some more people to play the game, or maybe for the existing population of the game, some things that we can do already to get some more people joining up during October. If you got like any kind of ideas, like really, like what would you like to see happen with the community, or if you didn't know anything about Bloodhunt, what could make you interested in the month of October, in the spooky month? Like, think about that. Send me your ideas. Post that on my Discord or on my DMs on my Twitter or whatever. Like, I really want to get as many ideas as possible. I think that this could be the very last, like, big push that we could make in terms of our own publicity for Bloodhunt. You know, this is our time of the year where we can do it, where we have like a license to be like, we can be as spooky as we can possibly be, you know, or get people interested or whatever. So another thing that we can look forward to in the future is, well, the next update that is going to be happening at the end of the month. What's going to be happening there? Are we going to see the next... I don't think that we're going to see a new artifact. Maybe it's going to be like a little bit too early to introduce the last artifact. Probably that's going to be at the end of October, I would imagine. But we do have another TDM map to be released. I haven't gone through the count yet of golden weapons, but we might see another golden weapon being added at the end of the month. But mostly, I think that at the end of the month, starting for the month of October, that would be a really good time. If they plan it correctly, that would be a really good time when they update the store. If there was a bunch of Halloween items from the past that were available in the store, that would be great. I think that would be great. Mixed in with the fact that at that time, we're probably, the only way that we're gonna get some tokens is by playing the game. You know, I see where they're planning. I see what they're planning. Halloween items in the store, you can't buy tokens anymore. You're gonna have to play the game more to get the tokens to buy the items. You see? You see where I'm going with this? But that's if they add the Halloween items in the store. I just think that it would make sense. It would be logical. And if you don't want to do this, again, it's a reminder to you. I don't know when the change of the token, the currency is going to be happening, But if you want to make sure that you got some tokens on your side and you don't want to play the game that much, it's your last opportunity to do so. So yes, if you want to help out with some ideas and some events or some community-based incentives, like I've been telling you about a lot of the times, you can join. You can join the SBS. They have a lot of projects that are ready to go, but no one to actually make them happen. So if ever you want to do that, you can always join. You can always join that group. Here's the link for that, for their Discord. If you want to do things on your own, that's fine as well. If you got some ideas, if you need some help, you can always contact me. You can always contact VAR. We have a lot of experience and we know the things that can or cannot be done. But yes, as the usual reminder, right now all the hype and all the stuff that's happening inside the community is entirely in our hands. You cannot count on any dev help necessarily to make those events. They are there to support our events. So if you got some ideas, you want to make your own competitive events to try to get some of those masks for yourself or for your friends, or make them available, yeah, go ahead, make those. But yes, that's enough rambling for me. Just keep in mind that yes, everything right now is in our hands. So, looking forward to October. Gonna be spending a lot of my time on doing this. Gonna see if I can still manage to stream in the middle of this. I know I had other plans to stream or show some things on my channel, but I'm going to be laser focused on doing some things with Halloween and doing a lot of communicating more with the people inside the community to know exactly what they want to happen, or try to get the people in the community to make things happen for October. This should be in your focus. You should be thinking about that right now. But apart from that, that's what I got this week. That's all I had to say this week. My little soapbox here. You can find me on my soapbox end game. Everyone, if you like the content that I'm doing for you, please give me a follow on Twitch. As a reminder, the channel keeps on growing at 450 followers. I will be doing a big giveaway, and like I said, I have my top prize being something related to Bloodhunt. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you until we reach that amount. And yeah, for the people that are sticking around on Twitch, I'll be giving away the purple paint combo for PC players after I'm done with the recording. And then, yes, for the rest of the people, the links have been posted in the description of the video on YouTube. All the links are being posted on my Discord as well. So find me there. And right now, have a wonderful beginning of September. I'll see you probably next week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.